Welcome, guys.
Hi.
To be part of Pixar, kind of a trailblazer in movie making, can you describe the emotions that go into this?
I mean, we talk about it a lot, but it's very much like raising a child. Like you just are injecting it with love to see it grow, and then there are the times where it doesn't want to do what you want, and it just goes back and forth. But then it's not like raising a kid is like that. This is like 7 years of this project, and so your emotions get so intertwined with every decision that this little child/film is making. By the time that it's like ready to go out and go, like, I'm ready to go to college, you're just like, okay, kid, we've taught you as best as we could, and it's a very emotional experience.
Yeah, I was going to say a couple of months ago, you all of a sudden feel the people coming in to take the child away from you.
Right.
You know, and it's just like you're kind of like you feel very protective of the child, and you know, and then we worked with such an amazing group of people, and we have to say goodbye to them for a while too, and that's always really tough because we work with such wonderful people that we are very fond of. So.
And you mentioned like 7 years in the making.
Yeah.
Can you describe you want it to be so perfect, but at the same time, you got to let go.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's the game of every meeting, really, is that you've built something, you put all this energy into it, but then you realize, oh, it's not going to work anymore, and you have to sort of crush it or toss it away. And I think that is part of the ingredient of Pixar, honestly. I think you're tapping into really like one of the great things about this place is that you build everything up, but then if it's not working, you've got to let it go and then rebuild something else.
But this one was a little bit different in that because it was so technically challenging and we had to develop this new pipeline, there were times when like Pete wanted to do things and I'm like, I don't know if we can do it. And that doesn't happen too often here. So we were constantly sort of navigating like, can we do it, can we not do it? So there was a lot of, toing and froing, back and
find
forth.
a way.
Yeah, you do. And, and again, we work with people that typically figure it out.
This is kind of based on your life growing up in New York.
Yeah.
Can you talk about how personal this was in making the film, but also you got a lot of people coming in with your idea. Was that hard or difficult to put what your idea was along with everybody else to paper?
Yeah, Julian, that's a great question. I mean, it all started from a very personal place just because, look, I went to this event 8 years ago in New York where I got to thank my parents for all the sacrifices that they made. I say that, but like the moment of seeing their faces, they were older, and I could see the years of like work they had done, but it was also like, as an adult now, I'm like, how did they do this without speaking the language? How did they do this without any money? How did they make a life for us? And when I thanked them, I cried my eyes out, and that act of appreciation was the heart of this thing. And so, but when I say heart, like I pitched the story to a lot of people, and Denise had us talk to a lot of coworkers that also connected to that heart. But why they connected? Because they had very similar experiences that they were sharing, and all of that got into the film in a way that we just wanted to, honor all of that.
Like Ember, who needed to see the Vivisteria, what is something for you guys that you absolutely needed to see, or you maybe have already gotten to see?
Oh boy, that's a really good question. Need to see. Oh man, are you talking about personal, or are you talking
personal
about like,
to you guys? Yeah.
Man, I guess right now, seeing my kids do well, in what they want to do, that's the dream.
I think mine's more about kind of things that I would like to see. I really, there are places that I want to go. That's probably what I don't have children, so otherwise I would say the same thing. I guess I want to see my nieces and nephews succeed and be happy.